Number 12, we're going to write a two-column proof. We know that angle 1 is congruent to angle 2, and angle 3 is congruent to angle 4. That's given. So I'll always start with that. Angle 1 is congruent to angle 2. Angle 3 is congruent to angle 4, and that's given. I'm going to skip lines since they're kind of tiny here. So if I'm marking a diagram, I suppose I could say angle 1 is congruent to 2, and they also told me that angle 3 is congruent to, well, that just bottles things up. I'm not going to mark it. Second thing I could say, though, is that I know angle 2 is going to be congruent to angle 3. So I know this angle and this angle are going to be congruent by the vertical angles congruence theorem. Well, if we know 1 is congruent to 2, and we know 2 is congruent to 3, and 3 is congruent to 4, we could jump and say that angle 1 is congruent to angle 4, and that would be our transitive property of angle congruence. But if angle 1 is congruent to angle 4, we have two lines that are cut by a transversal such that alternate interior angles are congruent. We could jump and say the big thing that we're trying to prove, AB, segment AB, is going to be parallel to segment CD, and we would say that by the alternate interior angles converse. We have to make sure we include the converse, which says if you have two alternate interior angles congruent, then the two lines are going to be parallel.